Well, hey there, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Island Church Weekly Podcast. I am joined as ever by Pastor Will McRaney. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. It's been an interesting couple of weeks and a little challenging, but it's beautiful weather on the island and getting connections with people. And summer's starting to kick more fully in, and with all that means. And so
Very
it's
cool.
a, it's a
Yeah,
good time.
you've had a busy few weeks. Are you just kind of decompressing now a little bit, just kind of coming back down to homeostasis levels?
Yeah. I'm trying to do that. Had Sandy's brothers memorial services, had two of those, and so we were going for that. And I went to Fort Worth to be with my mentor from different people he's influenced around the country. Came together for his 80th birthday, and so we did that. Then we had the Southern Baptist Convention last week. So I was with about 12,000 messengers, probably about 20,000 Baptist people in Orlando. So that was several days of compressed meetings, and then looking at boosts and resources and all those kinds of things. You know about all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
And so
Yep.
tend to a lot of business stuff and then the preaching session. So had all that. Then our normal stuff that's, as everyone says, Sunday's always coming. So
Yep. Yep.
so it's been a little bit crazy, but start getting back to the swing of things today. And yesterday was a good day as well. So on Sunday, this past Sunday was a good day. So we're trying to get back into normal a little bit and we are probably catching up on a little bit of sleep. So that's a
Yeah.
good thing.
Good for you guys. Good for you guys. Well, how was Sunday at Island Church?
Well, it was another good week. We had a good number of people that were out this week. I hope that people watching here that they're watching online when they're away, or they go back and listen to the message, because we're in these series and they kind of build on one another, and hopefully they're doing that. And I would encourage you as well. I haven't said this, but I almost said this past week, that when you're away, do find a church. You're going to pick up, God may speak to you. You may be an encouragement to someone else, and then you'll pick up on things that you can bring back that we may be able to incorporate here with what we're doing. It's always good. I may tell a story. I have a 6-year-old granddaughter. I'm not going to tell the whole story now, but she's wondering why, when they went away, she said, "Did they have churches there?" And I'll tell the story probably in full, maybe this week or in the coming weeks. And they said, her mother said yes. So we said, "Well, then why aren't we going?" And just
I
because
love
we're
it.
away. And
Yep.
so through the mouths of babes, but I'll maybe tell that story a little more full. But the point is that while you're away, but we had a good Sunday here. We had a good number of people, again, returning guests. They're newer. Had a young couple that is in a relationship. They were here. This is probably their fourth week or something together with us, and some other people that brought guests with them this past week. And so it's a good thing. It was a good service, and we tried to deal with what is kind of these. Expanded on this whole idea of the continents and the states and the local churches. What's happening? Why we have these different local churches, and the place of Island Church on this island. And so this coming week, I'm going to be dealing with the expansion of that. Is like, if we're going to identify as a disciple of Christ, what does that actually mean?
Yeah.
We've talked about
Absolutely.
things nationally and internationally, and we've talked things locally, and what does it mean on a personal level for our involvement? And so we're going to take a look at that, and then I'll begin transitioning to the series I've talked about a little bit. And how do we express our love to God? One of those ways is we follow His commands, and so we're looking at a series, probably dealing with that for about 6 weeks, and so that's coming up. But anyway, this past week was a good week
Very
as
cool. Very
usual.
cool. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Well, what's coming up in the life of the church? I mean, we got Father's Day coming up Sunday, so we want to hit on that. That's probably the most exciting thing coming up, right?
Yes, that's right. So Charles Blanton will be back at the grill, and so we're going to he's going to grill some steaks for us. And so if you've not made reservation for that, call up to the office as soon as you watch this. Call the office, leave us a message, or send me a note, or send Sandy a note, and Jolene a note, and let us know. And we'll have a few extra steaks, but we're not going to have 25 extra steaks. And so let us know, and even actually give us your temperature, Charles. If it was I was grilling, I kind of
Yeah. Just
you
do
wouldn't get
everything.
that type of service. But
Yeah. Yeah.
Charles is going to try to do that for us. But it's going to be a good day. Everyone's welcome. There are going to be some food, particularly for the kids. And then certainly our ladies are going to join us as well. And so Sandy says we're charging ladies $10, but we're not going to be at the door
Yeah.
swiping credit cards. But
Yeah.
so if you forget that doesn't make that big a deal. You can catch up well on that. But it's going to be a way to kind of offset some of our cost. But the guys, we're gonna feed the guys for free this week, and so we look forward to just a Father's Day, and a way to, what better thing to do with a father than to be in a worship service with him.
Absolutely.
And we know many people have either lost fathers, or you're away from children, but we're going to do this together just to celebrate the value of men, in their role in society. we certainly value our ladies, and we value men as well in their unique roles. So
Absolutely.
whether you're father or not, you're
Yep.
welcome. We're wanted this week.
Thanks.
So
Awesome. Awesome. Good stuff. Well, what's a way that folks can be praying or taking the next step with Island Church this week?
we know, Matt, people are coming and going, and this could sound self-serving, but actually we give unto the Lord. We don't actually give to the church. We don't give to the pastor. But when you're away, I just encourage you to make sure you remember that you're giving not just to our building fund, but giving to our local tithes and offerings that we pay for the operations of what we do. This was the whole purpose they set up in the tithe in the Old Testament, was to take care of the needs of the church, so that there could be ministry that take place. And this was done through the Levites, and so this is set up. And so I just encourage you, and if you would like some help with that, like setting something setting up online for regular giving, we can help you. It can pull out monthly, quarterly, weekly. You can do this any number of ways, and we'll be happy to help you set that up. And you can, again, check with Jolene on this. They can check with me if we run into problems. We'll pull you in, Matt, on that.
Yep, absolutely.
And so I'll just encourage people to don't let that slip. One of the things that Sandy and I do occasionally, we go back and look at our giving record. We still ourselves cut checks, but we're here more regularly.
Right.
But we go back and look and make sure that we haven't missed, and because that adds up, and really is important. And just encourage our people to stay on top of that. It's an act of worship. It's one of the early acts of worship, is actually to give. It doesn't sound like it, but that's biblically it is. And so what they can pray about that. They can pray about their connections, their part. We're going to be trying to ramp up some new teams. Figure out how you want to serve this body. You don't want to be a part of the body that's being drug around. You want to be part of the body that's active, right?
Absolutely.
And so do that. You'll get the most out of it that way. You'll contribute. You'll feel good about yourself, and you'll be advancing God's kingdom. So you can just pray about, hey, what new place and new role maybe I can be serving in. And we certainly appreciate everyone in their acts of service and their acts of love and kindness to make this all possible. We have a lot of that going on, and but we want every person to find some particular way that they can invest in what we're doing.
I love it. I love it. Good stuff. Well, what a great word, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you for everything you're doing. We were even talking about some of the building project stuff. And I know there's a million things that you're working on that people are never going to see until it happens. Then they'll be like, wow, this must take a lot of work. They're saying, hey, you guys did a lot of work on this. So we're grateful for you, grateful for all those who are watching along with us and following each week. And we'll see you back here next week.